This is the Signature TV News Highlights.
The House of Representatives has issued a 7-day ultimatum to the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Adamu Mohammed, to appear before his Joint Committee on Justice, Human Rights and Police Affairs. IGP Mohammed is to appear before the committee over allegations bordering on police brutality and extrajudicial killings. Addressing a news conference in Abuja, the chairman of the Joint Committee on Justice, Human Rights, Police Affairs, Representative Ugonna Ozurigbo, explained that the police chief is expected to appear next week Thursday, October 22nd, 2020. Protesters have been demonstrating for over a week, demanding an end to police brutality and extrajudicial killings. However, the protests have intensified despite the dissolution of SARS by the police authorities. President Muhammadu Buhari has met behind closed doors with the immediate past president of the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly, UNGA 74, Professor Tijani Mohammed Bande, at the presidential villa in Abuja. The topic of discussion between the president and the Nigerian envoy to the United Nations in New York was unknown to State House correspondents as at the time of filing this report. However, it was gathered that Mohammed Bande, who successfully completed his tenure as the president of the UNGA in September, was in the villa to thank the president for his support throughout his tenure. The president described his tenure as triumphant, saying he has made Nigeria exceptionally proud. The federal government has promised to pay the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, 30 billion naira on or before November 6, 2020, as part of the pending Earned Academic Allowance EAA of university teachers. This was the outcome of the ongoing dialogue between the federal government and ASU. At the meeting on Thursday, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, said that government has pledged to pay the sum of 40 billion naira. He explained that out of the amount, 30 billion naira will be paid on or before 6th of November, while the remaining 10 billion will be spread equally over 2 tranches. The Federal High Court sitting in Bauchi has ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and the State Independent Electoral Commission (BASIEC) to include 19 deregistered political parties for participation in Saturday's council poll. The plaintiffs had filed a suit challenging the decision of the INEC and BASIEC to expunge the parties from participating in the election. The appeal court in Abuja had passed a judgment on August 13, 2020, reinstating the parties. The justices had argued that since the second respondent, BASIEC, admitted that the political parties were registered parties and could not justify their reasons for deregistration, the parties should be reinstated. An End SARS Twitter emoji has surfaced after a spate of social media protests and almost 2 weeks of Nigerian youths protesting police brutality all over the country. The emoji features a clenched fist in green, white, green, the Nigerian national colors. However, it cannot be viewed on the mobile version of the social media app yet. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey tweeted in support of the movement on Wednesday. Jack urged all concerned to make donations in way of Bitcoin to support the cause, which has seen many Nigerians take to the streets in protest. Ilhan Omar, a United States Democratic Congresswoman from Minnesota, on Friday showed support for Nigerians protesting police brutality in the country. Omar says she stands in solidarity with the protesters in Nigeria's End SARS campaign. The Nigerian government must allow peaceful assembly and free expression and should not be satisfied by simply renaming the old police, Omar tweeted. Omar, one of the first 2 Muslim women to serve in Congress, said although police brutality is a global problem, she insisted that true reform is expected from the Nigerian government.
This is the Signature TV News Highlights. For details, visit www.signaturetv.org. signaturetv.org. News in your pocket.